Alright, so I already did a lesson for this song, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do so. I did kind of like the exact sound recording style guitar, but now I'm going to do a beginner's lesson with no bar chords, capo on first fret. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So here's what I've got for the verse. So that's a pretty simple way to play the verse. So what we have is a G chord, so you're going to put your middle finger 3rd fret of the low E, index finger 2nd fret of the A, ring finger 3rd fret of the B. And if you let your high E string ring open for all these chords, that's okay, it still sounds decent. So what you're going to do is just pluck the bass note first, and I'm just doing a little, you just kind of bring your palm down to rest after each bass note. And then you strum all the strings. So you hit just the E string twice, and then strum all the strings. Alright, next chord. So your ring finger is going to stay where it is for all of this verse. Actually, I think maybe even the bridge too. So you just leave ring finger on 3rd fret of B for most of this. Index finger is going to stay, okay, on that 2nd fret of A, but you bring your middle finger down to 2nd fret of G. Now your bass note is the A string, where you're holding down the 2nd fret. Alright, so that's a good substitute for a B minor bar chord as well. Now what you're going to do is bring your middle finger up to 3rd fret of A, index finger hops down to 2nd fret of D. Alright, so that's just a nice little C sus chord there. Now we're going to play an E minor 7, so your index finger hops back up to 2nd fret of A, middle finger comes down to 2nd fret of D. Then you're going to pluck the low E string for your bass note. But you're only going to do it once. Then you got to hop up to D, so index finger now comes down to 2nd fret of G. And now you got to pluck the D for your bass note. Alright, so that's going to just be repeated for the verses. So let's take a look at the bridge. So we're going to go to that C chord, the one with the middle finger 3rd fret of A, index finger 2nd fret of D, and your ring finger still 3rd fret of B. So you just do 4 strums and then mute the strings. Alright, then hop your index finger, middle finger up. Go back, then up to D, index finger, 2nd fret of G. Alright, so that's go into another little section here. I guess you could call it the post-bridge section. So it's going to be pretty much the same as the verse with a different 2nd chord. So what I'm doing there is a B7. So your index finger sets on 1st fret of the D, middle finger 2nd fret of the A, ring finger 2nd fret of the G. And then you're going to pluck the A for your root note. Then it's going to go to that C again. But then we got to do this. Okay, so that's the only way I could figure out how to do a C minor bar chord. Unless you want to play the bar chord, you can. Because that's what happens. They have that nice colorful chord there, that minor chord that happens there. So you could just bar high E through A on the 3rd fret, middle finger 4th fret of B, ring finger 5th fret of D, pinky 5th fret of G. So you could play that C and then go to the C minor, or you can play this, which is what I came up with. Index finger 1st fret of D, ring finger 3rd fret of A, pinky 3rd fret of B. And just kind of focus your strum on those 4 middle strings. So here's what it would be like. Or if you want to play the bar chord. Alright, so that's all the pieces to the puzzle. Go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.